Hello. So today, or technically yesterday, um, I went to bed at 9 p.m. and I woke up at 12 in the afternoon. I woke up at 12 in the afternoon today. That's 15 hours of sleep. I was incredibly tired yesterday. I'm sorry if you can hear the high-pitched whining in the background. Yes, we still have to. It's like something with the toilet. Whenever someone uses water in my house, there's like a gasket on my toilet um, that just makes like this high-pitched whining noise. I don't know why. I googled it. That's what I think is happening because the sound comes from the toilet. It doesn't make sense, but I got a package yesterday and a package today. One of them I was talking about before. It's a MIDI keyboard. It's the Akai MPK Mini. And the second one is something I haven't talked about before. It's something I bought like back in December, November maybe, or it was a while ago. It might even been, I think it was November or maybe September. But it's a Kickstarter project I found called Weighted Wildlife, and they make these cute stuffed animals that have weight to them. Like they actually have weight. So I totally forgot this guy was coming, but here's my. I'm gonna hold him like the cat judge people, like when they're judging cats, how they like, wow, look at that bend, beautiful, beautiful front fur, beautiful eyes, beautiful chin, beautiful face. Look at that round face structure. We got some nice neck fluff. But yeah, this is a weighted wildlife. This is the red fox. Just size comparison. That's how. There's my hand. That's how long he is. He's about the size of my forearm, just a little smaller. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but that's the like. I'm not even sure what they use to weight it down. I want to say it's like recycled material, and he even has like some foil in the tail. But this thing is like maybe 4 or 5. I'd say 4 pounds. I don't think it's really at 5. But yeah, I kind of regret I got the fox instead of like the eagle or one of the bigger animals. But having this thing, it feels like my cat. It feels like I'm just like cuddling with my cat when I sleep, and it's so nice. It's super soft, which was something I wasn't expecting. But it just like last night I just fell asleep petting this thing. I was just like, man, kitty. But yeah, no, this thing's kind of goated. Kind of goated. It's dope. I'm gonna throw this back on my bed. Okay. And then the second thing I got today, let me. Oops, okay, you guys didn't hear that desktop notification, but yeah, it's like I said, the MIDI keyboard, the MPK, Akai MPK Mini. Whoa, keyboard sounds. It's kind of like a nice little joystick right here. We got some drum pads, not even drum pads, they're just like pads you can assign to different functions. Like our little fun knobs. But yeah, I don't know. I've been messing around in FL Studio with this thing, and it's pretty dope. It's pretty cool. I gotta plug it back in. It has lights on it, but the wire doesn't reach far enough to show the camera. But it's got these cool lights. But yeah. That's all I have. Goodbye, guys. That's the end of today's video. I'll see you tomorrow. Just kidding. It's only 5 minutes. We're only four minutes in. But yeah, I've been learning music theory for the past day and a half. I bought this $15 course. I think I talked about this yesterday, but it's a $15 course on this website called Udemy or something. And it's this guy who's like really into me. He is like super enthusiastic about music. Like his intro, he does like an intro video. You can tell this guy's like fully into it. So I've been watching it. I'm like halfway through the first lesson course, which is supposed to take a week. It's like an hour a day. It's a total of 8 hours for this first this first part of the lesson course. There's like 24 videos total, 25 videos, lectures. Each one's like 20 to 30 minutes long. But it is hard to stay focused when you're not in like a school environment. Like when I have access to everything on my computer, I'll like watch like 10 minutes and then I'll focus and then I'll go play like a game of War Thunder or something. I'll come back and do the rest of the lesson. I don't know. But it is hard to stay focused. I've picked up on everything so far. So the lesson is teaching like right now like basic like scales in the sense of like a let me pull up the cheat sheet. There's this cheat sheet that he provided that has like all the stuff we're learning about right now. So scale degrees, like major minor scale, so like root note, whole, half, whole. That's like the foundation for a major scale, right? So C major, and then he has minor scales. And the way he describes it is really helpful. He described it as like a major scale is like your basic. It's your block. Okay, it's like it's the one thing that you should know, and then all other scales build off of it. They're just like modifications of it. We learned about circle of fifths, which he doesn't. I don't know. Didn't really get a lot into that, but it's just really cool, interesting stuff, right? I've been picking up on most of it, but the only thing I've been confused of is it is matching scale degrees to actual like keyboard stuff. So I have a Casio, really old Casio keyboard. It's a CTK 520L. My grandma had this since I was a child, and when we moved here, she gave it to us. But I have everything, and the hardest thing for me right now is like with scale degrees. It's like it's going from like E to F, because that is technically a half semitone, right? So like a full is E to F sharp, and just remembering that it's E to F sharp, B to C sharp is a full step. So when you have a scale degree, if you know what I'm talking about, yeah, I guess you can kind of understand. Like if you have a scale degree, right, it's like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1. And when I pause, I mean there's like flats in there because it's the minor. It includes like the minor scale and stuff. But just like remembering that I have to do from E to F sharp and B to C sharp when I'm doing scales. If it's like a full semitone or a half semitone, it just messes with my brain. And there's like some other stuff. I have to ask my piano friend. I have a friend who's been doing piano and guitar since he was a child. I have to ask him. I have to show them the question that I'm stuck on and be like, when you see this, what goes on in your brain? Like, what goes on in your brain when you see this? Because I feel like that'll be easier to understand. But yeah, I'm really excited. And the only reason I've become hyper fixated on this is because of the concert, right? The twerp concert, like going there and seeing people like getting so happy just to their music was like, oh my god, like what a cool experience. Like I miss it. I wish I could live in that moment forever. Because I wasn't just watching the band, I was also just like looking around and everyone was just like smiling. It was so cool. It was so cool. And I'm happy this was my first concert. Instead of the Cigarettes After Sex concert, because this one felt a little more like personal, because it's a smaller band, right? They're not a Cigarette After Sex, which is performing in like a giant arena. These guys performed at like a local bar venue. So it was a lot more personal. It was just like so much cooler. I don't even think I'm gonna go to the Cigarettes After Sex venue because there's this work program. It's called the American Conservation Corps, and they're hiring from like they stop hiring in like May 15th, and then the job starts in June, and it goes all the way till like October 20th something. It's around my birthday when it ends. But the Cigarettes After Sex concert is October 8th. So I would have to miss it if I did this job thing, which I'm okay with. I would much rather if it was a twerp concert, I wouldn't sign up for this thing, or I would ask to leave early. But because it's just cigarettes after sex, it was $400 for a ticket. um, so, and I can't refund it because I bought it off of a not a third party. I bought it off of like StubHub or something. But it was that website where it's like you don't get the ticket until they release the tickets because you bought it off of someone, right? So like 2 weeks before, when they actually start sending tickets out and stuff, is when the seller might send me the ticket. It is a period within those 2 weeks where they might send me a ticket. They could totally just scam me and not send me it, which I would prefer because then I could get my money back. But if I do get a ticket, then it's like, okay, well, do I sell it off to someone or do I give it to a friend, or like, what do I do? Because again, I would rather do this job than go to a concert. I'd rather get more money, but it was $400, which I'm not ecstatic about wasting. So yeah, that's my current dilemma: is do I get this job, and oh yeah, and I mean that's another thing with this job is it is a conservationist job, right? So I'm not gonna be at my house. I'm gonna be up north of in my state, doing like conservation work, in the environment outside, where I won't have access to my computer. So it's like if I do that for 2 to 3 months, no videos, no ASMR videos. This channel is bye bye. Which is also like, man, I don't want to stop, but I also want to do this other job as well. So I'm debating on whether or not if I should buy a laptop and try, because I can just bring the microphone. Um, I'm debating on whether I should just buy a laptop and try to continue doing videos for this channel while I'm doing that job. And I'm not even sure what their like electronics policy is. I'm not even sure if they have one. I'm sure you could bring like your phone and stuff, but yeah, I don't know if anyone has any ideas. I don't, can you do? I'm assuming you can do ASMR videos on your phone. I've never recorded and edited any video on my phone. I just use my phone for pictures and that's it. Pictures and memes. But yeah, I don't know. That is my current dilemma: is this job and missing out on that concert, and also whether or not I'd have to postpone this channel. Because I don't want to, because we're almost at 1,000. Like we're going somewhere. So yeah, I don't know if anyone has watched this far into the video. Feel free to give me your thoughts. Usually, the people who watch this far and answer these questions are people who usually comment. From what I've seen you guys around. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Because if I do that, then I'm also missing out on D&D, and that kind of sucks. Because I've been enjoying D&D. D&D sessions have been cool. But yeah, what do we do, guys? That's gonna be the name of this video. ASMR. I'm in a dilemma. And then in the description, I'm gonna be like, dilemma talk starts at like 10 minutes in. The first 10 minutes is me talking about music and my new stuffed animal and my MIDI keyboard. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you. I'm hiding behind the mic. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I heard I love you. I spelled it out. But yeah, I will see you in whatever next video I do next. Goodbye.